Hi, just while I've been out walking the dog this morning along this lovely coastline, I've been contemplating a blog post I wrote last week about trust in teams and how that trust starts with the manager. Because in order to have your team going the extra mile for a customer and going above and beyond when needed, adding their creativity, adding their innovation, and bringing their full um, intellectual and physical part to the workplace, that they give all their resources to doing a good job, well then they have to trust their manager. And we can refer to that as a presumption of trust. That whenever a situation is called for, where there extra effort, going the extra mile, so to speak, is required, well then there must be a presumption of trust, that the employees trust the manager, trust the leader, and what they're asking for will lead to a relatively rewarding outcome. And that might just be the thanks for a job well done, or appreciation, or recognition, whatever those small things might be. But that presumption of trust then relies on your intentions as a leader. And we can talk about the suspicion of intent. And that's what I spoke about in my blog post last week, is that suspicion of intent. Do your team members suspect that your intention is something other than what you say it is? And if you want an answer to that question, well then all you have to do is ask yourself, how did I behave in similar situations in the past? Did I say one thing and then do another? Did I tell my team one thing and this is how they must behave, or this is what they must do, and then go and do something completely different myself? And that is where that suspicion of intent comes from. All of your team members will review and reflect on each situation, and they'll perceive it through the lens of past experience. So how have these things worked out in the past for them? And that is how they're going to look at it, and that is how they're going to answer that question about your intentions. And the suspicion of intent really comes to play when they feel that intention the stated intention isn't the same as the real intention. And we only have to look at your British politics at the minute, with Brexit and Boris Johnson in Parliament as Prime Minister, and we look at everybody really not really believing what his intentions are, that he says one thing but they don't believe that's exactly what he's going to deliver. And that suspicion of intent is meaning that he can't really do anything, that he's absolutely stymied now. As a manager, as a leader, we need to think of the same thing. What is our intention, and how have we behaved in those situations in the past? If you feel you haven't behaved accordingly, that you have said one thing and then done another, well then now it's time to start fixing that and start living through. Voice your real intentions, be honest, be clear about them, and live them through. Thank you very much.